my name is Glenn and welcome back to the Cryptonest. Today is Saturday, November 30th. I hope you're all having a great day, great evening, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Thank you for coming to join me here today. I do appreciate it. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that have been subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, taking the time to watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. I'm looking to build a community, and I really appreciate everybody that is, taking the time to watch the videos, subscribe. If everybody could do me a favor and, share my videos with some of their friends, family, somebody that, to help drive a few more people to the channel and help build the community a little bit larger, I would really appreciate it. I'd like to do some really great things with this channel in the future. And of course, growing the channel is a big part of that. So thank you all for everything that you've done. Sorry for this light that's in my face. One of the reasons why I'd like to get things going a little bit better so I can get some better lighting in here, make these videos look a little better for you. Moving right along, I want to talk to you today about the Russian central bank looking at a new ban on Bitcoin and crypto. I also want to talk to you about China and 5 different crypto exchanges that are shutting down their services, which tends to look like a crackdown taking place within China. Bitcoin's price is set to reclaim $8,000, but are rising, which is worrying the bulls. Bitcoin's price has been on a rise. The analysts are calling that it may not last, and we'll go over that in just a moment. Maybe some further downside before we see further upside. And I also want to talk to you about IBM filing a blockchain patent for fighting package theft by drone. I find this very interesting, as I just recently got a drone and I've become very active in the drone industry and look to become more active in the drone industry as well. I found this story very exciting, very interesting. I hope you will too. Back to where we started here. The Russian central bank mulls a new ban on Bitcoin and crypto report. And I know there's a lot of people maybe watching or listening to this while they're driving, can't exactly see the screen, so I'll go ahead and read some of this to you here. This is a short article, actually. Russia's central bank is reportedly considering a broad ban on the use of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for payments. According to the state-sponsored news outlet RIA Novosti, the Central Bank of Russia supports legislation that would ban the use of Bitcoin in commerce. The ruble is the only legal tender in the Russian Federation. We continue to believe that cryptocurrencies carry significant risks, including in the field of laundering of proceeds from crime and financing of terrorism, as well as in conducting exchange transactions due to sharp exchange rate fluctuations, i.e. market manipulation. Where have we heard this story before, guys? They're talking about money laundering, they're talking about crime, they're talking about financing terrorism, all the same stories we've heard before. In the comment just above it, the ruble is the only legal tender in the Russian Federation. In other words, this is our money, stay away. We don't want to deal with your money, we want to use our Russian money. They are not real happy with the idea that their ruble may end up getting replaced with some form of cryptocurrency one day. And as we all know, that's kind of the way things are going. So they have reason to be concerned, I'm sure. And Russia being Russia, well, they have ways of handling these things, and they simply just say no, and they shut it down. Russia's Ministry of Finance has been working for more than a year to clarify the country's stance on digital assets. And over the summer, the finance leaders were expected to legalize the sale and purchase of cryptocurrency, but ban citizens from spending their digital assets on goods and services. The policymakers postponed the decision at the 11th hour. Basically, what they're looking at is allowing people to trade, allowing people to use cryptocurrencies for, investment purposes, trading purposes, things of that nature. But they don't want anybody stepping on the toes of their currency. They don't want people trying to use Bitcoin to buy services, to buy products. They want people to use the rubles and the dollars for that. And Russia, in their case, they are looking to allow possibly, the trading side of things, but are not really interested in the commerce side of things. That way they can keep their currency intact. Meanwhile, the leading cryptocurrency exchange, Huobi, is rolling out new products and services under its local exchange, Huobi Russia. And the exchange announced on Facebook that its Moscow operation, which launched a year ago, is gearing up with a slate of new offerings. Huobi Russia Origin, a platform for listing Russian projects, Huobi Russia mobile app, trading with 100x leverage, fiat to crypto trading, and a platform for tokens. And I kind of take this as something similar to what Binance has recently done, where Binance pulled out of the United States and closed off their original platform to United States citizens, and then released a Binance US, which there is a link in the description down below in case anybody's interested in that. But Binance US is a US regulated exchange that we can use. Binance did that so that they could be compliant with the SEC regulations. It's basically what that boils down to. China's 5 crypto exchanges halt or shut services amid perceived crackdown. At least 5 Chinese cryptocurrency exchanges have halted or chosen to terminate operations this month in response to a perceived redoubling of Beijing's anti-crypto stance. You may remember just recently we were talking about the fact that China was embracing blockchain. Well, once again, we have a situation where they're embracing the idea of blockchain, but they're not really too happy about the idea of Bitcoin per se as a cryptocurrency, because once again it treads on their currency. China, as I understand, is in the process of creating their own digital cryptocurrency right now. China's in the process of creating their own digital cryptocurrency right now so that they can tell people, no, you can't have Bitcoin, but you can spend our digital currency, our Chinese state currency that is controlled by the government. They're centralized, not decentralized, but they're centralized currency that's run by the government. You know, the whole idea of the decentralization, and you can tell the countries are a little bit scared of Bitcoin. They understand that Bitcoin, it's a disruptive technology to the economic stance of their country's currencies because, well, let's face it, fiat currencies nowadays are falling apart. Multiple countries have already seen hyperinflation. It just doesn't look good. And so in every effort that they can, they're doing what they can to try to keep control, especially in a totally controlled state like China, where what they say goes. Exchange operator BitSoda informed the public on November 23rd its decision to terminate services. AKDEX followed suit, announcing its decision to shut down on November 24th. Also on November 24th, IDAX cited Chinese government policy as the basis for its decision to shut domestic clients from using its service. Cited Chinese government policy as basis for its decision to prevent domestic clients. So they don't want, the Chinese government does not want their people, you know, playing around with the cryptocurrencies. They like the idea of blockchain, but they're not so happy on the cryptocurrencies. Now, likewise, the explicit reference to government policy, BTUEX, revealed on November 25th that it would halt services immediately and reopen in the future for an overseas-only clientele. Here we are again, you know, blocking out their citizens and only allowing overseas clientele. Very similar to things that we're seeing going on within the SEC, where, you know, Binance can't do business here. They have to put up together their own regulated exchange for the US and pull out their other exchange. Same type of deal here, where they would have to, you know, they would halt services immediately and reopen in the future for their overseas clients after they've had a chance to revamp their platform. On November 4th, crypto exchanges BIS had announced it was actively cooperating with investigations into its operations and planned to resume services as soon as possible. Since then, it's been reported that authorities had arrested 10 suspects connected with the exchange. While information surrounding the arrest remains piecemeal, reports claim that regulatory authorities found BIS services in a violation of Chinese capital controls. This story is interesting to me, and I'm going to be looking more into this because I actually do have a little bit of IOST on the BIS exchange, because at the time that the BIS exchange had come out, that was the only way. That was the only place that you could keep it. There was no decentralized wallet to put it in. The only place you could keep it was on the exchange. So I'm going to be watching that and seeing what happens with it. It's not a lot. I mean, it's not going to kill me. But at the same time, this goes back to what you've heard me say before. Not your keys, not your crypto. Don't leave your money on an exchange. IOST opened. I got a little bit of it, not very much, just a little bit. You know, that little bag, just in case one day it goes to, you know, goes crazy. Yeah, I got just a little tiny bit of it sitting there. And now the exchange has been closed. Well, actually not closed, but the authorities have arrested suspects in connection with the exchange. It's all kind of up in the air right now. So it'll be interesting to see how this all works out. And I will be keeping an eye on that and giving you guys further updates in the future going forward. Remember, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. Make sure you keep your stuff on your ledger or somewhere else. Link for ledgers in the description if you want to use it. I didn't have the option at that time, and by the time that they had released a wallet, I had forgotten about it. And well, all of this regulation took place, and I just found out the other day. I was a little shocked to see that I wasn't able to get access to it. So remember, guys, don't leave your funds on exchanges, okay? With exchanges and operators falling into line, Bloomberg has this week published a report claiming that these recent developments represent the biggest cleanup of the sector since Beijing's historic rout in September of 2017. Citing data from blockchain intelligence firm Chainalysis, Bloomberg's report notes that 20 of the top 50 global crypto exchanges are based in the Asia-Pacific region, accounting for an estimated 40% of Bitcoin transactions in the first half of 2019 within Asia Pacific. Chainalysis data indicates that the lion's share of exchanges are based in China. So there's going to be some interesting things coming down with that. Are we getting clarity or a clampdown? Katie Talati, head of research at Los Angeles-based asset manager Arca, told reporters it appears that, like everything else within their borders, China feels it needs to have tighter controls on the crypto market, including exchanges, miners, and asset issuers. Talati nonetheless argued that Beijing's position is evolving in a similar direction to that of Japan, where tight and clear regulations for crypto businesses are being established. They're telling us they're doing this so they can give us better and clearer regulations on crypto. Let's hope that's the case. We've heard this story before, and let's hope that they do it soon, because these governments just keep putting things off, and every week it's something different. Local traders appear nervous nonetheless, as Bloomberg reports. Wallet app IBM Token reported a twofold increase in Tether transactions among its 10 million users on November 22nd, reportedly in response to fresh warnings from Chinese regulators. USDT is commonly used as a vehicle to move between digital and fiat currencies. Binance's official account on major Chinese microblogging website Weibo was suspended in mid-November, as well as that of the Tron Foundation, the development organization behind the 11th biggest cryptocurrency, Tron. As Cointelegraph reported, crypto exchange IDEX has today suspended deposits and withdrawals generally after its CEO allegedly disappeared. This is something else that I'm going to have to look into here, and we'll be doing a story on here very soon after I get some more information on it. This just came to light this morning. But in wake of its announcement it would cease to serve Chinese users, the platform had earlier this week warned that it was seeing a run on withdrawals. It is now further revealed that the whereabouts of IDEX global CEO Li Jurong, I butchered that, sorry guys, are unknown, and that it has, as a precautionary matter, locked down its cold storage wallet to protect user funds. Sounds, I don't know, let's hope he doesn't end up turning up dead in India, like the CEO of Quadriga in Canada. Exit scam, or I don't know, you tell me. Leave a comment down in the description or down below and let me know what you think. Kind of an interesting story. We'll have to see how that one pans out. Bitcoin price is set to reclaim 8,000, but a rising wedge is worrying the bulls. I've actually been watching this myself. We were working our way up. We got up as high as 78.70 here, and then the market came back down. In this article, they're talking about coming up to 8,000. It's possible maybe we got close and got front run, and we're now past that. We'll have to wait and we'll see what happens with the market. But Bitcoin price is taking a bit of a breather after flipping the 7,600 resistance to support during the morning trading hours of November 29th. That was yesterday. As of today, we have actually fallen back down below that 7,600 resistance line and have tested it a couple times this morning. So we'll see. I personally, all transparency, I'm personally have a short open, and I'm expecting to see a little further downside, maybe 7,200, maybe 6,800. I just have to kind of evaluate as the levels click themselves off and see. We may get a good bounce here. I'm watching very closely to see how it goes. This is not financial advice, guys. I've said before, please do not anybody do any kind of trading, buying, or selling based on any information I give you. This is all my own opinion. If you like what you hear, please make sure you do your own research. Make sure you know what it is that you're doing with your money, where you're putting it, what you're putting it into. Oh, that light is annoying. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Buyer stepped in on Friday morning, pushing Bitcoin price up to Bitcoin price from 74.30 to 78.80 before pulling back to 77.50. And as I said, as of right now, we are currently trading at 75.53. 50. So we've fallen back below that now. We were trading within a channel here for a while. The bullish scenario here, it appears that Bitcoin's flipped the 7,600 resistance to support, and over the short term, price consolidates. Bitcoin could pull back to the bottom trend line of the descending wedge at 76.58. This point also lines up with the descending channel midpoint in a high volume node. Basically what this is saying, guys, is we could find a bounce here, and if we do, it'll probably run up a little over 8,000 or 8,700, excuse me, probably run up around 8,700. It's hard to say at this point in time. We just have to kind of watch it. The bearish scenario here, rising wedge patterns can lead to price reversals, and they're marked by the loss of momentum as the asset's price rises to the higher highs, but with shorter candles and a decline in trading volume as the price contracts within the triangle. What we're looking for would be to see this basically do what it's doing here, which is to trade sideways a little bit and then eventually fall through the bottom of the triangle. So here you can see it here. come down to the bottom of the triangle here where this dotted line is, and then fall through, most likely, in a bearish scenario. Bullish scenario would be that it comes across and it pushes its way out through the top, and we end up somewhere up here. Not really sure where it's going to go yet. I'm watching carefully right now. I do think we have a little bit of downside before we get some more upside. We have been in a little bit of a downtrend here for the last couple of weeks. I look for that to continue just a little further. Again, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. Don't buy anything because some guy on YouTube told you to. Here's a story I mentioned in the beginning I think is very interesting, that IBM is filing a blockchain patent for fighting package theft by drone. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to pull this off, because I happen to know that as part of the FAA rules and regulations, one of the things that you need to make sure of is that your drone is always within a visual line of sight from the pilot. And using drones to deliver to people's homes, obviously they would not be able to keep it within the line of sight. I'm sure they're working on some kind of commercial regulation. Someone as big as IBM, that's what this is all about, filing a patent of a system that uses blockchain technology to prevent drone-enabled package theft. And according to a filing published in the United States Patent and Trademark Office on November 12th, IBM will track drone altitude using an Internet of Things altimeter while continuously uploading the data to a blockchain secure platform. That's pretty interesting. Internet of Things is, allowing connectivity of a lot of different things. And this basically would monitor the drone at all times. If the drone were to change its altitude significantly, like somebody were to try to hijack it and bring it down, they would be notified, kind of like a GPS sensor. And an SOS system here, as it says, might become ordinary for drones to be used for stealing packages in the future. The idea is that packages will be outfitted from the altitude sensor, and that it is set to trigger an alarm if a significant altitude change is measured outside of the preset criteria. It's like giving your Amazon packages a way to call SOS when something goes wrong en route to your house. That's actually really cool. The confluence of the increase in drone use and the increase in online shopping provides a situation in which a drone may be used with nefarious intent to anonymously take a package that is left on a doorstep after delivery. So that is something that still needs to be considered, as well as once they've dropped the package off, somebody else can come in and pick the package up with a drone and take off with it. I guess we have that problem now as it is, but now that drones are becoming more and more readily available everywhere, I guess it's looking like it's going to be more and more of a possible problem going forward. So always make sure when you got a package coming that you know when it's coming, and do your best to make sure that you don't leave it out on your step. As we all know, people are going through neighborhoods and just picking up packages. Now in the world of drones, it could become very easy for somebody to use a drone and sweep in and grab your package off your doorstep and take off. Just, be careful out there, guys. That's all I can say. Anyway, as you can see, Bitcoin is trading at approximately $7,535. It has been trading in a downtrend throughout the morning. As I said, I do look for possible further continuation. I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. I hope this information has been informative to you. Thank you very much for being here. Please take a moment to subscribe and click the little like button down below. Click the bell to be notified for future videos when I release future videos. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for everything. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I really appreciate those of you that are here and watching and paying attention every day. It means a lot to me. You're the reason I'm here. I'm not talking to myself for my health. I'm here hoping that somebody out there will get some help from this information and use it to be able to better their future, better their finances, better their situation, whatever it may be, educate themselves on some new form of technology that they've never heard of before. Whatever their need may be, that's what I'm here for, and I sure hope that I'm able to help you all find it, what you're looking for. So thank you very much once again. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.